Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigil. A lot about corrupt cops on this show. But it gets even worse. The armed guy riding his bike, it's out of control. LAPD and the LA County Sheriffs are just out of control, but it gets worse. And this was submitted by Patreon supporter Eric Husseau.
Now to an Eyewitness News investigation. An alleged gang of sheriff's deputies within the LA County Sheriff's Department known as the Executioners. Their alleged tattoo depicts a skeleton in flames, an AK-47, and a Nazi-style helmet. Miriam Hernandez has a closer look at the pressure mounting on the department to open their files on any groups like this.
From inside the Compton Sheriff Station, a deputy's claim filed with the county about an aggressive band of his cohorts allegedly in control. According to the claim, members are branded with a sinister logo,
which is a skeleton wearing a Nazi helmet with an AK-47 laughing,
and go by a sinister name, the Executioners, which according to the claim does not allow African American or female members. Deputy Art Gonzalez alleges the deputy gang is trampling on the rights of citizens and targeting him as a whistleblower.
Deputy Gonzalez, he's afraid for his safety right now, as he should be. This is a violent gang, violence, shootings, beatings.
Why y'all beating him?
Claims of excessive force and much more. And the timing. As community outcry demands systemic change, allegations in the filing claim that as many as 40% of Compton deputies are inked executioners or prospects. Rumblings reaching the sheriff.
Well, first of all, there is no gang of any deputies running any station right now. This matter has already been receiving very swift administrative action. We've already taken positive steps.
Pressure for change is intensifying. Professor Sean Kennedy at Loyola Law School releasing a 2-year study of deputy gangs, including the executioners.
Often, the inking is attached to some kind of act of violence, including a shooting. It's the ultimate expression of your commitment to policing and your commitment to the deputy gang.
The complainant, Deputy Art Gonzalez, is a former U.S. Marine decorated for his service in Iraq, Afghanistan. Here in Compton, once praised for speedy action to save a 4-year-old boy shot in the head. The tipping point? Gonzalez says he witnessed a deputy executioner assaulting a fellow deputy. Gonzalez called a confidential tip line for internal affairs. To his shock, he says in his claim, the recording was intercepted.
It's within 48 hours, a recording of his supposedly anonymous call was leaked to the gang at the station.
He also reports that graffiti appeared at the station entrance.
Art is a rat, and that was placed at the keypad to get into the parking lot. So that's the most visible place in the entire station.
Compton, a flashpoint for high-profile crimes. Recently, the armored SUV of rapper YG in the middle of a shootout. And an 18-year-old security guard, Andres Guardado, chased by 2 Compton deputies, shot 5 times in the back. Evidence of the secret deputy pack emerged in the wrongful death shooting case of Dante Taylor. Compton deputy Samuel Aldama forced to reveal his tattoo, saying that about 20 deputies at the Compton station have the same ink.
Skeletons, which is a symbol of death. There are flames on Aldama's tattoo, which symbolizes he's emerging from hell. There is an AK-47.
The Taylor family attorney put up huge billboards looking for potential victims. Aldama denied the group is a gang. The county settled for $7 million.
This is all taxpayers' money. So, yes, the taxpayers should be very worried. Criminal defense lawyers are going to be lining up, making motions for new trials.
The Gonzalez claim alleges the executioners brokered a deal to amp up arrest numbers. Members of the public were stopped for minor infractions. According to the Loyola study, sheriffs over the last 5 decades have been unable or unwilling to dismantle the deputy gangs. And the money paid out to settle lawsuits when they are caught crossing the line.
The Inspector General gave me a ballpark estimate based on just public information that it's at least $50 million. I think in reality, it's got to be much, much more.
Villanueva says he is the first sheriff to impose a policy forbidding such groups. The Inspector General says today there is no evidence that the sheriff has pursued any house cleaning. The county's watchdogs want the sheriff's records on all deputy gangs and the names of all members. The sheriff says due process laws protect deputies from such disclosure. As for Gonzalez now, he wants compensation for the years he had planned to serve, but now cannot.
Once you run afoul of the department and you blow the whistle on illegal conduct within the LA County Sheriff's Department, your career is over.
So a couple of things here to look at. First of all, the current, sheriff, like, oh, I have no, this isn't happening. So, that's bullshit. He's well aware of it and he's turning a blind eye to it. This is like crazy Nazi awful shit. I mean, this is nuts. This is the kind of stuff you hear about gangs inside of prisons. I mean, this is like criminal gangs. This is the criminal gangs that do this. Like, this is the kind of thing that you go, what? And then let's illustrate this point. This is a big part of what the defund the police thing means. So then people file lawsuits, civil suits, and the city, the taxpayers pay for this. So just so we all understand each other, a cop does an awful thing, breaks the law, is now in this instance is in a gang where they have like Nazi demon shit tattooed to their body. They execute, they beat people and kill people. They get rewarded for it. And then when they're called out for it, they don't go to jail. Your tax dollars pay for this. This is what one of the things that needs to change about the police. First of all, civilian oversight. This is part of it, civilian oversight. So this doesn't happen. Civilian oversight. And then when this cop does this, he has to pay it. And he goes to jail. Cops start having to pay millions of dollars or whatever. It comes out of the cop's salary. You can put a lien on the cop's family, on the cop's parents, we can seize the cop's house. Oh, guess what? All of a sudden now, things change. And this guy gets prosecuted and goes to jail. And these gangs should be in prison. They should be in prison, just like a criminal gang, just like a drug cartel, just like a violent gang, a violent biker gang. And blacks aren't allowed to join it? And they're in Compton, which is a largely African-American community? Give me a break, man. This is an execution squad. These are like the death squads. These are like the things we would hear about. Oh, the Sandinistas or whatever we're told. These countries got these death squads and these armed guerrillas and the cops are as corrupt as the day is long. Well, that's what we have here. It's your tax dollars. If you live in LA County, I pay taxes in LA. I pay taxes in the state of California. Anything you buy in the city of California, there's a city tax, there's a county tax that's put on that's tagged onto it. Some of it goes to the state, but some goes to the city and some goes to the county. They shot some 18-year-old kid in the back 5 times. Then they shot a guy they pulled him over for a bike violation. Like, fuck you, man. I'm so tired of this shit. No, we can't defund the police. A few bad apples. Execution gangs within the police department. You think you're safe? Okay. It's why we need to just the way we train police. It all needs to change from the ground up. I mean, like, first of all, so like I said, civilian oversight, the cops have to pay for it. The cops have to go to jail. The city doesn't pay for their fines. The cop is responsible for it. Yeah, we're going to put a lien on you. Anyone connected to you, anyone related to you, we're going to get that money one way or another. So we will gut your whole family's financial structure. So just if you're thinking about being an asshole cop, this is what's going to happen. Your brother's going to lose his home. Your mom's going to lose her home. Your kid's college money. We're going to get all of that because you were a nut job. And you're going to prison. So, and this was covered, that's Channel 7. This is the ABC affiliate in Los Angeles that covered that. That's what that news segment was. So this is why I'm like, you don't think you need to be involved in local politics? And Joe Biden's not going to fix that. Even if he was for the defunding the police, this is a local issue. This is the LA County Sheriff's Department. If you live in LA County, there's gangs that are tattooed with skulls and demon Nazi crazy shit and guns that aren't supposed to serve and protect, which means if they put you in their crosshairs, they'll beat the shit out of you. They'll shoot you in your back, and don't think your MAGA hat or your white suburban thing's going to protect you. It's far more worse if you're black. That's for sure. They made that clear. They're just going to execute black people. It's the year 2020. This is barbaric, awful, fascist, totalitarian shit. I had two uncles that fought fascists in World War II. They fought Nazis who had tattoos like that. This sickens me. So thank you, Eric Husseau, for submitting this. Thank you for supporting my show. Support us at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, patreon.com/Graham Elwood. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Because we got to report on this. We got to change this. It's just, we can't just sit and let this kind of evil shit happen. It's happening in America right now today. This isn't Venezuelan death squad, crazy, banana republic. No, America. This is America. Los Angeles. Blue, hippie, LA, liberal. Yep. That's how they do it. Thanks for watching. Shave your knuckles for justice.